It's the knockouts on MasterChef. Last time, Leanne and Lindsay went home, leaving just the strongest 12 cooks. Now they've been split into 2 groups, and the first 6 are back. First,
how long?
30 seconds, chef.
They'll face the intense pressure of a professional kitchen.
Did I say pour from a pan?
No, you didn't, chef.
I didn't. I said use a spoon, didn't I? Yes.
Before cooking for one of Britain's most renowned chefs.
I've got to take my hat off to you. You've gone for it.
At the end, for one of them, their competition will be over. It's 7 a.m. and Faye, Brody, Fumbi, Saliha, Alison and Steve are about to experience the intense pressure of their first professional kitchen at London's Ormer Mayfair. Heading up the pass is Michelin-starred chef Sean Rankin.
Straight after table 3, main course, yeah?
Brought up in Yorkshire, Sean trained in kitchens around the world before settling in Jersey, where in 2005 he gained his first Michelin star.
OK, mains away on table 8, please. Yes, sir.
In 2013, Sean set up on his own, opening the highly acclaimed Ormer restaurant in St Helier, earning a Michelin star within just 4 months of opening.
We play around with a lot of textures and we lend ourselves to different cooking techniques. Some very classic methods from France, Asia, Europe. We base it around the ingredients and we go into different styles with different seasonings, so it's quite rounded, very British, European.
Start to go, please.
In 2016, Sean opened his first London restaurant, showcasing his unique take on modern British cookery.
Ormer Mayfair is really important to me. We work on discipline. Everything recipe-wise has to be adhered to all the single time. So they've got a very demanding day ahead of them. Because when it's service time, I'm not going to relax with them. You know, I want the food on the pass the same way as what my cooks do.
OK, let's go.
It's going to be a completely different experience to cooking here, cooking at home, actually to anything I've ever done in my life.
My approach is just going to be to do exactly what I'm told and try not to mess it up.
The more you think about it, the scarier it gets, actually. Best not think about it too much.
Morning.
Morning.
Today you've got the task of delivering lunch for 40 people. You're going to be in charge of 1 dish each. 2 on starters, 2 on main courses and 2 on desserts, OK? There's a lot to do. A lot of mise en place to get ready. We've got high expectations. Our diners have got high expectations for our food and our service. So let's get cracking, OK?
The contestants will have 4 hours to prepare each of their dishes for service. Aerospace engineer Fumbi is in charge of the first starter. Lobster ravioli with a crab bisque, served with a lemongrass dressing.
A ravioli, 4 minutes, so you need to make sure you've got a timer set.
4 minutes exactly.
Yeah, 4 minutes exactly.
Okay.
20 seconds on your pak choy.
Yes.
We're going to heat our crab bisque up now. To finish the dish, pak choy leaf, ravioli, 4 minutes, molten salt, black pepper, olive oil on top, and then our crab bisque, OK? It's really important that you get your consistency right.
Right.
OK? Too thick, won't work, OK? Too thin, it won't sit on the ravioli. Shredded spring onions and shallots for a little salad, just to sit on top of the ravioli. OK? You're going to finish with a little bit of puffed rice. That's how it should look.
Yes, chef.
It's one of my classic dishes that's been on the menu for around about 12 years. So don't get it wrong.
Yes, chef. That's a stunning piece of food I've got to cook today. I've never done pasta before, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great skill to learn.
Fumbi's first job is to get the pasta rolled in preparation for 20 ravioli.
The thickness of the pasta is really quite important, getting it not too thick, not too thin.
One of the hardest parts is making the pasta thin enough. It can be quite tricky and quite risky at some points. You know, they might split the ravioli, which is not acceptable.
Mum of three, Faye, will be preparing the second starter. Rabbit loin wrapped in pancetta, served with a truffle sauce with cocoa beans, and gnocchi garnished with charred baby gem lettuce, chickweed, pickled shallot rings, and shaved truffle.
So the loin's been in the oven for about 4 minutes, nice and steamed, nice and pink, and we're just gonna get a little bit of nice golden brown colour on there. The next part of the dish, quarter of little gem.
Yep.
Takes seconds, so it's right at the end, okay? So in the sauce, I'm gonna add cocoa beans. In goes our gnocchi and our rabbit leg, okay? And I've got a handful of girolles as well, okay? You get all the really good flavour from the girolle mushroom. Bit of gnocchi, cocoa beans. Little gem goes on the side. Very simple plating. It's supposed to be a nice little rabbit casserole.
Yeah.
Some foraging herbs, and then nice slices of truffle. Excited?
Very, very.
Good. It's a lot to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot to do.
Any questions?
Can I write it all down? Down there.
Faye's first task is to delicately butcher the rabbit loin before it can be wrapped in the pancetta.
My presentation skills lack finesse, so if I can learn how to make things look smart and pretty and sexy on the plate, I'll be really, really happy.
That dish is a very difficult dish to get to the pass by yourself. One of our strong cooks is Chef de Partie, you know, on the hot starter section. Even that's a tricky dish for him to get to the pass.
For the first main, Hospital Doctor Saliha will be in charge of another of Sean's signature dishes. Pan-roasted turbot, served with a pistachio and pine nut crust, and textures of cauliflower, garnished with pickled cockles, samphire, and sea beans.
Carefully flip that over. You can see fish is nice and golden brown. This is our nut crust which we've made earlier. Goes on top of the fish. It's going to go under the salamander, okay, for about 20 seconds. A little bit of oil, raw cauliflower.
Okay.
We want that to be crunchy, yeah, and have a barbecue flavour to it.
Okay.
Lots of different textures going on. Okay, there you go. The crust is melted away and it's attached itself to the fish that we need to, yeah? A little bit of puree. I've got what we call cauliflower couscous, okay?
Yep.
It's just shredded cauliflower down. Next, our roasted cauliflower. And turbot on top. Pickled cockles. Heat the salty fingers and the samphire up. Out they go. Nice sprinkle on top. We've got some florets of cauliflower. And then sea purslane. Really concentrate on the turbot.
Yeah.
If you get that right, you know, you're halfway there, okay?
Everything's done to absolute perfection. All the herbs are cut up beautifully. There's things in squeezy bottles. You know you're in the right place when you're using squeezy bottles. So.
Turbot is not a cheap ingredient, and I'm going to be looking at them to making sure that there's no wastage here.
I've never filleted anything this big in my life. Never, ever, ever. It's huge, it's a monster. I'm trying to give it a go by myself. You feel quite privileged handling really nice ingredients, so you don't want to mess it up. Ta-da! Not bad for a first attempt.
Marketing consultant Alison is in charge of preparing the second main. Iberico pork with grilled calamari, served with chorizo jam, a chorizo and tomato puree, pressed Asian pear, and a dressed fennel salad.
This is where you're going to work today, so you're going to be hot, okay?
Okay, fine.
So straight in.
So you've got pork, That's actually cooked for about 3 or 4 minutes in the Josper grill. We've also got some calamari that needs to be cooked at the same time. We have a chorizo puree. We've got to cut some fresh Asian pear, which we've pressed, which is cold. We've got to dress some fennel, which again is cold and textured. We have a chorizo jam, and then you've got to build all them elements while cooking the two things at the same time and get that onto 2 plates. It's a very fun dish, but it's very complex as well.
Lots going on.
Yeah.
You're going to be very busy and very hot.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
I am, yeah.
Good.
I think so.
Alison starts by scoring the calamari.
So when you score it, it kind of gives it a really nice look when it's finished, but also it gives it that nice curl, I guess, when it's done, I think, doesn't it? Yeah, basically. I knew that.
Store designer Brodie is on dessert. Sean's highly complex Black Forest Gateau with cherry soufflé and a rocher of cherry sorbet.
Voila.
I've got to be honest, I've never done a soufflé before.
Never?
No, and I know that they can definitely go wrong, so...
Well, make sure you do what we say. You shouldn't have any problems.
I'm a little bit worried about the soufflé. Obviously, it's so visibly incorrect if done wrong. So, yeah, there's a bit of pressure on that.
There's absolutely nowhere to hide with a soufflé. You've either got it right or you've got it wrong. The risk is in making sure your moulds are cold, buttered and sugared properly, otherwise your soufflé won't rise. And it's all about timing as well, because we want to make sure the gâteau's on the plate. Nice rocher of cherry sorbet as well, that's got to be perfect. Lots of things to get wrong.
It's just so much harder than it looks. But you know, it's ice cream, I'm going to be doing it with sorbet, so it's probably not the best thing to be practicing with.
Sound engineer and DJ Steve is in charge of the final dessert, Sean's highly creative take on an apple crumble. Sitting on the crumble is a white chocolate sphere, garnished with apple puree and salted caramel, and filled with apple chutney, crème anglaise, and a custard espuma, accompanied with a cinnamon and vanilla sauce.
And then to finish, a little bit of gold leaf on top.
Wow.
And then right at the end, just going to dot the plate with a little bit of white chocolate aero for texture.
Wow.
And there you go.
It's a bit different to my apple crumble.
Good luck.
I think I might need it. It's a lot of things I've never done before. Never really done any chocolate work. Looks pretty intricate and delicate. Definitely got a challenge there, I think. Then just get it out as flat as I can, I suppose, or just... Yeah. Does it really matter yet?
Steve's biggest challenge will be to make and set the chocolate spheres.
The main thing that they need to get right is tempering the white chocolate, which is tricky to do. We've got to get a really nice crunchy shell, and we've got to get a really nice shine to it.
Like this? I am learning a lot. I mean, I've never tempered chocolate before. Yeah, it's quite exciting.
All right, that's good.
Okay.
There are now just 2 hours until the first diners arrive.
You can see that they're working away methodically, but they've got no idea of time. They're about to get their eyes open slightly.
On the starters, Faye and Fumbi will have to get their prep ready first.
I've got to make 20 of these in about 20 minutes. But these are really delicate, so as much as I want to go quicker, I don't really want to burst them.
Faye's rabbit with pancetta is ready, and she's now preparing the dough for her gnocchi.
I've never made gnocchi before. It feels lovely. It feels really soft and pillowy and just really nice. There's just so many things that you just can't learn from a book, can you? YouTube can only take you so far.
Alison, how are you doing?
I'm good, yeah, getting there. I've done the squid and nearly finished the port.
Nervous?
No, I'm kind of
Excited?
like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm enjoying
Good.
it. I can't
Excellent.
wait for the rush to start now, so
Good luck.
thank you.
On the other main, Saliha is making the pistachio and pine nut crust for the top of the turbot.
It's a lot of steps for a crust on a piece of fish, but it's worth it because it tastes amazing in the end.
Next, she needs to prep the cauliflower 3 different ways.
So I'm expecting a really busy service, and there's about 7 elements to it, so I'm a little bit worried about how I'm going to coordinate more than 1 or more than 2 or 7 at the same time.
Over on dessert, Brody's also under pressure. He's had to prepare a whole new batch of Black Forest Gateau for service.
Someone knocked the gateaus in the fridge, big accident, but we don't want to be down when it comes to service, otherwise we'll be caught with our pants down.
Give that another spray on top then, yeah?
Yes.
Meanwhile, Steve has moved on to the delicate task of spray painting the all-important white chocolate spheres with red cocoa butter.
Just looks like a mess. With this one, this is knackered now. Hopefully second time will be a bit neater.
Guys, listen up. You've got 25 minutes till the first guest comes in, OK?
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
I'm nervous, but excited nervous, not like panic nervous.
There's an awful lot left to do. It doesn't seem like it's going to be possible in the time.
In just a few minutes, the amateurs will have their first taste of service in a professional kitchen.
There's high expectation in the room. People are really excited about eating here. I've got to say, it's a tough gig. I just hope that our 6 can reconstruct his food. I really hope they can.
I'm not going to send something out the kitchen I'm not happy with. If they've got to do it again and again and again, then that's the way it is. And I won't be easy on them. I will not be easy on them. I'm not stressed, no.
It's going to be the calm before the storm, Fumby.
Tell me about it. Good luck.
And you.
OK, check on 4 covers. 2 lobster ravioli, 2 roast rabbit.
Yes, chef.
Yeah?
Yep.
First orders are in for Fumby and Faye. To get her starter to the pass on time, Faye must steam the rabbit loin for 4 minutes before pan roasting it, while simultaneously making her sauce and carefully braising the charred lettuce.
So I need 2 lobster ravioli, 2 roast rabbit straight away, followed by 2 more ravioli when ready.
I've got 4 checks on at the moment.
Both dishes must get to the pass at the same time.
OK, guys, talk to each other, work as a team, yeah?
How are you doing, Faye?
I'm ready to plate.
You ready to plate? All right, so am I. That ravioli's back in my bisque.
It's now taking you 10 minutes for your first starters. Raviolis are ready?
Raviolis
ready.
are just about...
If they're ready, get them to the pass. Get them under the lights.
2 rabbit.
Yep. 2 raviolis. Well done, guys. Well done. Come on, then. First table out. Let's go.
The rabbit was cooked perfectly, just on the right side of pink, and with the flavour from the pancetta just made it really special.
Just fantastic. I tell you what, a huge amount of promise. Beautiful looking dish, really nice sauce, wonderful flavour of truffle. Good old Faye.
It was OK going out. It could have been better. There's still a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
Table 6, 2 lobster ravioli, 1 rabbit. Faye, have you got 2 more rabbit in?
I've got 3 in.
OK?
It's remembering what you've got on order. That's what the tricky bit is.
20 minutes into service, and with the orders mounting, Fumby is struggling to keep track.
How long on your next 2 ravioli? It was 4 minutes it takes. So how long have you got a timer on? How long is it?
I'm lost. That one's probably going to need to be redone. It's been sitting too long, I think.
Let's get them out. Get them out on a flat. Check on 4 lobster. Table 7. Fumby, it's all you.
Ah, damn it, this one's broken.
Broken ravioli?
Yes, chef.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. You need to look after them. That is the risk factor of your dish, yeah? Get another one in quickly. Check on. 3 more covers, 2 lobster, 1 rabbit.
Come on, mate, come on.
1 ravioli broke, so it's a knock-on effect, so the rest of the tables are now waiting. Fumbi, I need this ravioli, please.
Coming, chef.
They've waited long enough.
I'm under the cosh. Big time.
Did I say pour from a pan? Did I say pour from a pan?
No, you didn't, chef.
I didn't. I said use a spoon, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Don't pour from a pan,
Yes,
please.
chef.
Right, let's go. Come on. Let's go.
That was a lot of work. Just flew by, just flew by.
The ravioli was stunning. The pasta was really well done, but very well cooked. And the lobster itself was divine.
Though we had to wait quite a while for it, but other than that, it was perfect.
The pasta is as thin as you like. I think it's really well made. And the bisque is rich and caramel and sweet and savoury all at the same time. Very good.
Fumbi, take a bow. That is beautiful.
Check on. 2 turbot, 2 pork, away when ready.
Alison and Saliha are up next with the mains.
You need to work together, yeah?
Yes, chef. It's because there's 7 things to coordinate, so you have to make sure 7 things are happening at one time. It's pretty hard.
While Alison keeps an eye on the cooking of the pork in the Josper grill, she must also grill the calamari.
Alison, your calamari doesn't look cooked. Concentrate. Girls, how long?
30 seconds, chef, to plate.
Come on, girls, this is brilliant stuff. Come on. Well done, looks lovely.
We're doing good, I think, so far, but it's only started.
The first plates are out, but in a professional service, there's no let-up.
The checks are starting to rack up now, yeah? 2 pork, 1 turbot, followed by 4 pork. We've got over half the restaurant on order, on main course. Right, cauliflower, guys. Cauliflower's ready. Quickly turn it over, you don't want to burn it. 2 turbot, please. Table 5.
Yes, chef. Are these 2 burnt, chef?
Yes, the 2 burnt. Start again.
Chef. Yep.
I think this pork's overdone. I'm going to have to do it again, sorry.
Yeah, it's butchered.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot about them. I was plating off when I left them in there. Silly mistake. Won't happen again, hopefully.
You need to be on the ball, that's what you need to be doing. It's all about timing, you know what I mean? Now we need to start the table again, so we're behind.
Excuse me. It's a beautiful fish, so I'm trying to do it justice. Thank you.
That's much better, yeah?
Thank you, chef.
Presentation is really good, I'm really happy.
Service.
The turbot was outstanding. The presentation was great, and the textures and everything with the pine nut crust was just really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I think that Sally House should be very, very proud. She has absolutely smashed it. That's lovely.
Check on. 4 pork. Wow, Alison, it's all you.
Oh, great. Yeah, it's all kicking off.
Right, come on, we need to get a move on now. Yeah, people are starting to wait. Don't let me down.
No pressure.
Alison, how long?
I'm ready now, just slicing the pork.
This is great stuff, great turbot. You've not
Thank you,
burnt the
chef.
fish yet, which I'm really happy about.
Thank you, chef.
You should be really proud of both of you.
Thank you, chef.
40 covers, first time in a professional kitchen, what can you ask for?
Is that okay?
You tell me. Alison, this is great stuff, well done, yeah? You've only overcooked one at the moment, which is brilliant stuff. Service, please, restaurant.
Hopefully the customers like it.
I think it was cooked just right. The calamari wasn't chewy, and I like the spiciness of the chorizo, and I did enjoy it.
I think Alison has cooked it very well.
This is a hard dish to get right. Chorizo, jam, doing the squid, doing the pork, all of it done to the minute. To get the sweetness around the squid and then to get the paprika heat afterwards, it's just lovely.
Main service is over. All eyes are now on Brodie and Steve's desserts.
Check on 2 apple crumble, 2 cherry souffle, table 1. Let's go.
With Steve having already prepared all the elements to his apple crumble, the challenge lies in mastering the complex plating and presentation.
Now you can fold one part of the meringue, half of this.
Brodie, however, must make his souffle mix from scratch.
Fold it.
Right.
Whisking the right amount of cherry puree, egg white and sugar before adding a cherry compote in the middle. The soufflés must then be put in the oven for 8 minutes.
You're kind of under pressure to make sure that the whole plate is ready to go before the soufflés are finished in the oven.
Both desserts must be ready for Sean at the same time.
So you're coordinating?
Trying to, yes, chef.
You need to, yeah? One can't go out without the other, okay?
Yes, chef.
They both go out together.
Steve, soufflés 5 minutes and then the next ones will go in straight after that.
Okay, great stuff.
Cheers, mate. The hardest part is quenelling. I'm not very good at it and it doesn't come that naturally and it looks a bit scruffy on the plate.
How long for the soufflés?
Soufflés coming?
Fun? Yeah.
Okay, let's go. His souffle's ready.
Yeah.
This is why. Okay, you dust your soufflés on the tray so you don't mess your plate up.
Sorry, chef.
It's quite a lot of fiddly little bits to get on the plate, so it takes a little bit more time, I suppose.
Steve, you going to be ready?
Yes, I will be.
You need to be.
Yeah.
Quickly, the souffle's dropping now. Come on, I don't have time. Service, please.
1 second, 1 second.
Let's go.
Thank you. I had the apple crumble. It was very tasty. Presentation was really, really good. Impressive.
That apple dessert from Steve is incredible. Sharp apple inside, creamy, a little bit of vanilla. That's very good.
Huge amount of skill, huge amount of technique. This is the sort of stuff that we're looking for.
Okay, how are we doing now?
Yep, I think we're all good.
Kurt?
That's 2 down and a whole load to go.
It's getting a bit hectic. We had it easy for the first 20 minutes. It's full on now, though.
With the desserts in full swing, Brodie is struggling to keep track of the orders.
Right, that's service for the 3.
You should get 2 now.
No, I didn't. It was a 1 and a 3.
No.
One souffle too many. Can I please have one souffle and
But in his haste, he's sent out 1 souffle too many.
Where's Brodie? I need, this is too much.
Too much.
I need 1 souffle, 1 crumble, table 3 now.
So, how many?
How long with that souffle?
1 souffle, 2 more needs to go in.
No answer.
Brodie's put in a souffle, which he shouldn't have done. They're a little bit mixed up themselves, you know what I mean? But we're trying to just get them organised.
Okay, so...
The challenge now for Brodie and Steve is to get dessert service back on track.
Ready to go? Sauce ready?
But under the pressure, Steve is forgetting a vital process.
No. Put that back in the pan, it needs a whisk.
Okay.
Put the sauce back in the pan, it needs a whisk.
Okay, chef.
Get it on the stove.
Ready, chef.
Souffle coming? No.
No.
Don't do that. Put it on the bench and take it on a tray.
10 seconds.
You're nearly there. Well done.
Now back in sync, Brodie must get his last 2 soufflés to the pass.
You slowly just stop making quite so many mistakes and learn.
Great stuff. Sorbet out. Yeah, let's finish.
Service, please. And chef.
Table 8, please.
It's amazing. It was really beautifully presented, and the souffle was just right in terms of its height.
Brodie, get in there, son. I mean, that souffle is fantastic. It's light, delicious. Doesn't taste of egg in any way. It's very good.
After 4 grueling hours, service is finally over.
They're passionate about what they want to do. You know, they're passionate about food, and they want to cook. But this is a different level. But they did an amazing job. They did a really, really good job.
I was pushed really far today. Stuck through it and got there in the end.
The time has flown by. It's just absolutely gone in a blink of an eye. The learning curve has been very, very steep, massively steep.
I feel really adrenalised. It was a really amazing experience, really fantastic.
I've learned a huge amount. There's lots of ideas and techniques that I've seen that I'd like to bring back into the MasterChef kitchen.
It's obviously a baptism of fire just being thrown in. I was expecting it to be tough, and it proved to be the case.
I made a chocolate sphere. I mean, how cool is that? I'm looking forward to getting back into the MasterChef kitchen and maybe trying to put a bit of what I've learned today to use. Yeah?
You've got to say you've got to be proud, don't you? Truly, truly proud. I hope they've picked up a little bit of chef magic, because they've got one more chance to cook in the MasterChef kitchen, and then one of these is going home. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the first experience in a professional kitchen, and I hope you got inspiration working alongside Sean Rankin. This is an invention test. Behind us is an amazing set of ingredients, all for you to use, and what we want you to do is cook for us one great plate of food. It can be sweet, it can be savoury, but the food has to be worthy of a restaurant table. You'll have 1 hour and 20 minutes. Show us what you've learned, because at the end of this, one of you is going home. Ladies and gentlemen, let's cook.
The contestants' larder contains a selection of game meats, including rabbit, venison, and grouse. Seafood, including langoustines, mussels, and salmon, as well as an array of fruit and vegetables.
Oh, God, yes.
The food has just got to come up to another level. They've had some great training, great time in a professional kitchen. I want to see them actually aspire to restaurant standard food. That's what I want.
My last Invention test, I made a sort of kidney curry, which totally divided the judges. Greg really liked it. John, I quote, hated it. Hopefully today I'll get them both liking my invention.
Brodie, what are you cooking now?
Grace. and I'm doing some Hasselback fondant potatoes, roasted butternut squash puree, red currant sauce, and maybe a bread sauce, depending on what happens in the next hour and a bit.
Have you cooked a grouse before?
I actually haven't. I've never cooked grouse. I've eaten it and shot it, but it's usually cooked for me by people like my mum.
Brody, good luck with your grouse. I love grouse. I love grouse.
Cheers, Greg.
The grouse has got to be cooked beautifully. Can't be raw and jelly-like, and it can't be dry. It's an interesting thing, grouse. Very strong, which means the accompanying bits and pieces with it also have to be quite bold, but not overpowering.
15 minutes gone already. 15 minutes gone.
Usually when I'm planning my dishes, I like to have as many practice runs as I can squeeze in. So today, it's going to be a real challenge to pick up the ingredients and execute first time without any practice.
You're making a dessert.
I am making a dessert, a relatively simple apple and pear crumble today with some custard. It's going to be more of a crumble slice. I'm going to have the black treacle biscuit on the bottom and then some blackberries on the side as well.
Why a crumble?
Well, I saw all of the amazing produce we've got there, and, you know, it's all kind of winter, autumn food, and I just thought, well, you know, on a cold winter's day, what's better than some crumble and some custard, really? It warms the soul.
Fumbi, I love a crumble. Who doesn't love a crumble? It's got to be a very sexy crumble.
Fumbi knows at this stage of the competition, a dessert can't just be a big pot of crumble and some custard. It's got to be special. Come on. And Fumbi saw how special an apple crumble could be from that last restaurant round. So Fumbi knows where he's got to aim.
That's good. That's perfect.
The hardest thing about an invention test is that there is so many nice things. So it's quite difficult to not overcomplicate it and do too much stuff.
How is the competition affecting you, Faye?
You wake up in the morning, it's the first thing you think of. You go to bed at night, and it's the last thing that you think of.
This has really got under your skin,
yeah,
hasn't it?
Has. It shocked and surprised me and delighted me as well.
What are you making today?
It's almost like a fish pie, but it's not a fish pie. So I've got some nice creamy mash with some leeks running through it, some langoustines that I'm going to roast off, with mussels I'm going to cook in a little light broth and serve on the side.
Will it taste and look like a restaurant dish?
I am hoping so. I'm hoping so.
Go on, Faye, go get them.
Thank you.
Faye knows what she's got to get right. Those langoustine tails have to be crunchy but not overcooked and not dry and definitely not raw in the middle. The mashed potato has to be without lumps. And that mussel broth has to taste of mussels and the sea and not have a tiny bit of grit in it.
You're halfway. You've got 40 minutes left. Steve, I loved your dessert that you did, the apple dessert. Did you enjoy it?
That was amazing. It was great. Great opportunity to get, you know, to try and do something so intricate and do a little bit of chocolate work.
And has it inspired you to work with chocolate today?
100%. I've made a chocolate mousse. I've tried to temper some white and dark chocolate to make like a marble shard. I've made a raspberry fluid gel. I've made some raspberry jelly. I've marinated some raspberries. I've just made some hazelnut crumble and a praline, which I'm going to blitz and try and set into discs if, you know, if we've got time. So
I really hope you can get all that done.
So do I. I just want to show John and Greg that I can put out restaurant quality food, and the time I spent in the kitchen on the pastry section, I've taken some of the techniques and some of the mindset into plating as well.
Steve's making a praline, he's making a mousse, he's making a fluid gel, he's pickling raspberries, he's got shards of white and dark chocolate. It could be fantastic, as long as nothing goes wrong.
I'd like to show John and Greg that I understand flavours, that I haven't just kind of randomly grabbed things that may or may not necessarily work together.
Alison, you don't look your normal calm self. You look a little flustered.
I may have given myself a little bit too much to do.
What are you making?
So I'm doing venison and beetroot, essentially, but the beetroot will be roasted, it'll be pureed, and if I have time, maybe some beetroot crisps. And I'm serving that with potato and goat's cheese ravioli.
How are you going to cook the venison?
I'm actually going to remove a bit off the bone, and then I'm going to fry it and just finish it off in the oven.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The thing about the venison from Alison is she doesn't know what sort of venison it is. It's a saddle. It's a lovely piece of venison, cooked well, it could be beautiful. But she's roasted it for a while, now she's taken off the bone, then she's going to pan fry it, and then she's going to roast it again. I just hope it's not dry.
You have 25 minutes left.
There is a lot of competition and everybody is just as passionate about food as I am. The only thing that divides us is what we make today on our invention test, and I don't want to be the one going home today.
Salahad, what are you making right now?
I'm going to make some fillets of salmon with a brown butter pine nut herb crust, and I'm going to serve that with a cucumber raita, pickled vegetables, with like an Indian pickling spice, and some nice turmeric potatoes to go on the side.
You're enjoying yourself, aren't you?
I am. It's just an incredible time in my life right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm really hoping that you will see the finesse in my food and like it.
Yeah, me too.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Salahad's salmon has to be cooked beautifully, so it falls apart and it's not chalky and dry. It could be really good, but I hope it's flavoursome enough. I hope it's special enough. Guys, I've got to tell you, let's go on fast. You've only got 5 minutes left.
As a chef, I love coming back to MasterChef to judge at this stage of the competition. You know, I'm going to be looking for execution. I'm going to be looking for seasoning, imagination. I'm looking for food that I want to eat. I'm critical. I want the best, and I want to see a really good plate of food.
You have got 2 minutes to get your dish completed.
Am I going with this?
Stop! Your time's up. This is a very important part of the competition. So, we have brought in somebody we consider very important to help taste and judge your dishes. In my opinion, one of the best chefs cooking in Britain today. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Kitchen. Yep, I thought that would strike fear into your hearts. Brodie, we'd like to see your grouse. Up you come, please.
Grouse.
Brodie has roasted the grouse breast and served it with Hasselback fondant potatoes, roasted butternut squash and butternut puree, accompanied by a black pudding crumb, bread sauce and a red currant sauce.
I think the grouse, you've cooked it reasonably well. It could have been a little bit pinker in my eyes. Your flavours and your combinations, they are marriages that go well with the grouse. But there's one breast and a lot of veg and garnish. It should be about the grouse.
Your bread sauce is really well flavoured. Your potato is buttery and soft. Your puree is nice and fine. Your butternut squash is well flavoured. Your sauce has got a lovely sheen to it. It's well done. I think the thing is, just leave the bird on the plate.
It's an accomplished dish. I think you've put a lot of work in. I think you've slightly missed the point by just giving us one breast.
I should have just put the whole rice on the plate. It was ready to go. But, you know, I did what I did, and unfortunately that was a mistake. But everything else, the cooking, I think, you know, went well.
Faye has prepared langoustines with a leek mash and a mussel broth, accompanied by pickled turnips and fried parsnips.
I'm really happy that you used the mussel stock to make the sauce. I think the sauce is nice, the langoustines are nice, the mash is nice. The turnips are really random. I think that's really a really strange thing to do. And the parsnip as well, I don't quite know where the parsnip came from. But the essence and the seasoning is very good.
Langoustine, mash, mussels, the creamy sauce, and I think, what on earth is a pickled turnip doing in there? What on earth is a parsnip doing in there?
It's just a really confused plate. The dish doesn't gel.
Stick to the positives, stick to the positives. There was quite a lot of positive stuff in there.
I'm annoyed with myself. If I just took a little bit more time to think things through, I would have gone, well, no, don't put that on there, or do that, or don't do that.
Sally, please come up. You look excited. Please do come up.
Saliha has made pine nut-coated fillet of salmon with pickled vegetables and turmeric potatoes, served with a cucumber raita.
Your fish is overcooked, but as for the rest of it, I really, really like. I like the yogurt sauce underneath. I like the spice that goes with it. I like the flavour of the potatoes. I even like the flavour of the pickled with the fish.
I think pine nuts are a mistake. I mean, that's a strong, oily nut, and I don't think it marries well with that salmon at all.
I really enjoyed the little pickled beetroot. That was nice. I enjoyed that. But for me, this doesn't really excite me. You wouldn't be here now cooking in the knockout stages if you weren't a good cook. So I'm just looking for something that's like, wow.
I feel a bit annoyed that I left my salmon in my hot pan so that it cooked a bit more than it should have done. But I think the criticism they gave is probably all really valid, and I completely understand what they were saying.
Alison has made loin of venison with beetroot and horseradish sauce, alongside potato and goat's cheese ravioli, roasted beetroot, beetroot crisps, and a goat's cheese mousse.
It's very blue, actually. I was going to say rare. I'm afraid it's blue. And not many people like blue venison.
Yeah.
The ravioli is interesting. It's quite interesting. And, you know, with the goat's cheese and beetroot, that's a really nice combination.
Your ideas are absolutely sound. Beetroot, horseradish, goat's cheese, venison. I like that. But we've got cooking issues here with the venison.
I think the issue here is you saw venison and you thought, OK, fine, I'll cook it, and you didn't know what cut it was. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I've never cooked saddle.
Fine. And so what you did is you went about cooking it and then realised you had difficulty.
Yeah. And I actually love venison, and I'm just annoyed myself I didn't do it properly. Oh, it's just so annoying. It's infuriating. It's actually infuriating. Like, I never, even when I'm practicing at home, like, I never make mistakes like that. Anyway.
Fumbi's dish is an apple and pear crumble with a spiced biscuit base, decorated with sugarwork, and sautéed blackberries, served with custard.
Presentation's not right, the skill set needs sharpening up a bit, your base is too big and thick, your crumble isn't crumbly, it's more bouncy and a little bit soggy.
Your fruit is, because of the way in which it's been cooked down, well, you can't work out which bit's pear, which bit's apple, and that means that you're not tasting each individual part.
Come on, big man. This is MasterChef, this is knockout. It's too homely.
I wanted to execute a simple dish really, really well, and I didn't do that. Yes, it's a disappointment.
Finally, it's Steve, who's made a dark chocolate mousse with tempered white and dark chocolate shards, a raspberry fluid gel, raspberry jelly, marinated raspberries, a hazelnut crumble, and praline crisps.
Good effort. I mean, this is incredible. The mousse is nice. The jelly, I find quite bland. And if you're going to do jelly, it's got a pack a punch. But I've got to take my hat off to you. You've gone for it. There's a lot of skill in there.
Oh. I admire you. Absolutely going for it and just showing loads of technique, showing what you've learned. I think your chocolate mousse is delightful. It's light, it's airy. I love that. I really do.
You've done everything off the top of your head. How to make a jelly, how to temper chocolate, how to make a chocolate mousse, how to make praline. So I've got to have to say, good job.
I hope the work I put in does count in my favour. You know, I tried things that I'd actually never done before, and there's a fair few elements on the dish that they seem to like. So, fingers crossed, eh?
What do you reckon, Tom, generally?
I mean, in every dish there was something I liked, but I'm a little bit frustrated because I just wanted more.
You can see the ambition, can't you?
I can see the ambition. I can see the hurting when it didn't go to plan. That means a lot.
Tom, pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your choice.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Tom sits at the top table of chefs in this country. He's going to be tough.
I think he put the cat amongst the pigeons, but I've got to say, I think we've got some promise in the room, Greg.
Yeah, I agree.
Brodie's mistake was not serving the whole grouse.
However, it was a nice dish, John. It was an accomplished, tasty, well-cooked grouse plate.
Really good.
I thought Steve's chocolate mousse was divine.
Delicious. Lots of things going on around that plate, lots and lots of technique. Yeah, he pushed it, didn't he? Absolutely pushed it.
Faye cooked langoustine brilliantly well.
Those mussels, the sauce, the mashed potato and the langoustines were delicious, absolutely delicious.
For reasons best known to herself, she added pickled turnip and a slice of fried parsnip. I'm willing to overlook the turnip and the parsnip because I think the base and heart and soul of that dish was delicious.
Salia's salmon, which was overcooked with those pine nuts across the top, was a mistake. However, Salia still produces good flavours.
I like the coriander writer. I like the beetroot with the crunch. I think the flavours were good.
I'm really worried today, actually. If it's the end, then what can you do? You know, I gave it a good shot, but, you know, you live to fight another day.
Fumbi decided to make a crumble. And the thing is, you make a crumble, it's got to represent the greatest crumble you've ever eaten if you're in knockout week, that's for sure.
Wasn't very ambitious, and there were errors.
I think I'm in a lot of trouble today. There was not really anywhere for me to hide with that dish.
Alison, with all that work, the ravioli were lovely, the beetroot was really good, the goat's cheese amongst and the horseradish, but the centrepiece of venison which wasn't cooked enough.
I would hate to go home because it's so uncharacteristic, you know, my performance. And if I did stay in, I know I would do way better. So we'll just see what happens.
Great talent amongst the 6 of you. Listen, Tom Kitchen is going to be critical. But that's what we want. We want you to get critique from the best chefs in the country.
At the start of this round, we said that one of you would be leaving us. The cook leaving us is Fumbi.
Well done, guys. Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Fumbi. Thanks very much indeed.
I have made it much further than I ever imagined I would. You know, I've learned so much, and I think I've pushed myself. I've got to cook in a professional kitchen. I mean, that's really outstanding, and I'm going to take a lot of confidence from this and a lot of just pride, really.
You march on. Well done. Congratulations.
Well done. I'm unbelievably relieved. That round was like nothing we've experienced in this competition before. It was so, so tough.
So I'm just really happy that, thankfully, I'm still here and live to fight another day.
To be in the final 10 is amazing. Everybody would love to be in this position, so you've got to make the most of it.
To get through today, it's great, and it's all great. It's great to be standing here still.
Fantastic, a real privilege to cook for Tom, and confidence is probably at an all-time high.
Next time, the remaining 6 face their first experience in a professional kitchen.
Have I burned this one? Because I think the butter's too hot.
You're going to have to get another 2 on.
This is mind-blowing stuff.
Then Tom Kitchen returns.
That's an outstanding plate of food. You should be very, very proud.